I feel like it hasn't been heard. So you've been there 4 months and you haven't paid a nickel yet?
Mold and...
you were supposed to pay, and you didn't pay, and now you want to get aggressive with me? Are you kidding? You think I'm going to listen to this? Stop.
Joe Jerome, I'm in the house in your mouth. Joe Jerome's in the house in your mouth like, ooh, ooh.
Peace, y'all. Peace and love. Peace, love, light, and healing. Peace to the guys. Peace to the earth. It's your boy, Romy Rome, in the house, in your mouth. Romy Rome is in the house, and I'm in your mouth like, ooh, ooh. I say, ooh, ooh, ooh. Remember, y'all, call a friend, tell a friend, tell a friend, call a friend. Come check me out. Check out the videos. Come laugh. Come talk. Comment. You know, and we can talk about these videos and see what's going down. Hope y'all had a good today on this good Sunday. Hope you spent some time with your fam. Had a good time. Ate something good. Chilled. Watch a movie. And did all those things. That's most important. Is to just spend time with your family, especially with the way things are right now. Most important, be with the people you love. All right. Keep thriving and surviving out there. Check your mentals, your emotionals, spirituals, physicals, all that. Call family, call friends, give them a holler to let them know somebody's here to if they ever need to talk. Just say what's up. What's good with you? Okay, I don't want to talk. I was calling to check on you. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to talk to you. I was calling to say what's up. You all right? You good? All right, cool. Bye. You ain't got to stay on the phone with me because I ain't really want to talk in the first place. I was just calling to see how you was doing. Okay, that's all. Sometimes it be like that, but I ain't want to call to talk to you. I just called to see how you doing. See, don't call me. I call you. All right. We're gonna get to this video. Another squatter couple. This is like the second one on these court evictions. So let's see. Squatter couple lives rent free, drags eviction out for 4 months, and judge finally snaps hard. All right, so let's see what happens. This is Judge. I think his name is Judge McNeely. Don't quote me on that. I'm still learning these judges' names since I've been watching these, but he be going hard on people. He don't play. So we're gonna see what happens here. All right, start the video right now.
Do not. How much is owed on this, Mr. Butler?
Currently $5,500.
You gonna be able to pay him?
Yes.
Yes.
When?
Yes. I don't know. There's many things that go along with this.
Well, let's hear it.
It's a habitability concern, sir, Your Honor, and that's what we're not withholding the rent by any means, but
slow down.
There's an inspection that's not.
Slow down.
We started with a home inspection.
Wait a minute, let me talk. Let me talk.
Yes, sir.
What kind of habitability issue?
Water intrusion in the basement that has created mold, and the air quality is a significant concern.
Have you been there?
Yes. How long?
Yeah.
August.
August.
So you've been there 4 months and you haven't paid a nickel yet?
No,
We've paid.
We paid 2 months rent.
So you didn't pay for October, November, December, or January?
We paid. No, we just owe for November, December, and January.
Yes, that's correct. 3 months.
Is that right? Did they pay you for 3 months, Mr. Butler?
Yes, and they were late all 3 months.
Mr. Robertson, I'm going to adjourn it 1 week. Don't be shocked if I tell you guys I want to come over and see you. I'll adjourn it 1 week to February the 3rd, is it, or 2nd?
2nd, Your Honor.
We'll give you the phone number of the lawyer.
Okay.
You can call. But have you guys had to be out of the house any nights?
You know, Your Honor, I don't want to waste your time, but yeah, there's significant concerns. My son had a severe allergic reaction. He was completely healthy. That's documented with medical. That's happened twice.
Okay, so just so you know,
not stayed in the home overnight strictly because of it, because of the
size of our family.
The pending concern or not knowing the exact.
Where are you now?
In the residence.
Well, wait a minute. I thought you weren't spending the night there.
No, I said we have always spent the night. I apologize. We have not.
So
State
if it's uninhabitable,
Why you
that
saying
means
that?
you can't live there. That
Goofball?
means that there's a proportionate reduction in the rent. Just don't be shocked if I ask you if you have a problem with me coming over there next week. In fact, I'd
I
bet
ain't never
on
heard of
it,
that.
okay?
You're more
So
than
get-
welcome, Your Honor.
Start getting your money together, talk to the lawyer, and I'll adjourn this until that day, February the 2nd at 11 o'clock in the morning.
Are we on,
Yo, I ain't never heard of a judge say, "I'ma come to the crib to check it out to see what y'all talking about." That's a first for me. Have y'all? Drop it in the comments. Let me know. Has one of y'all ever seen or heard of a judge saying, "I'ma come check the place out to make sure y'all ain't lying"? Let me know. All right.
Anthony Butler. And then there's also Skylar Crenshaw, Skylar Crenshaw, that's an occupant versus Paul Robertson and Shauna Robertson, 2600122. Could I have everybody's name again, please? Everybody's name?
Yep, Anthony Butler.
Skylar Crenshaw,
Paul Robertson.
Shauna Robertson.
All right. You sent me a bunch of materials. Again, I just didn't have a chance to review them. Tell me what you're saying, sir. Mr. Robertson.
Yes, Your Honor. I sent a letter to the court. That was the final document that I included that really emphasizes everything, but respecting your time, what exactly are you, or what
Well, tell me,
information?
first of all, remind me when you moved in.
We moved in August of 2025.
August 1st?
No, I
don't remember.
I don't, I have that,
You guys ever
I'm not
written
exactly-
lease?
How you don't know we moved in?
yes, through an app.
Did you both
Weirdo.
sign it?
Yes.
Yes.
Mr. Butler, you can answer too. So how much was the rental rate?
$18.50 a month.
And can you tell me, Mr. Butler, when they moved in and what the first day of the lease was?
The first day of the lease was August 1st, but they started moving stuff in the weekend prior.
All right, so $18.50 per month. Did they pay a security deposit?
No, they did not.
Did they pay the first month's rent?
Yes, they did. End of August, they paid.
Did you get an opportunity to see the place, Mr. and Mrs. Robertson, before you moved in?
Yes.
We did do a quick walkthrough, but we did not understand the background, or were not told exactly, or the outstanding issues in the basement, the water, the outstanding.
Tell me exactly what the
Inspections.
issue is with the water.
It's
Our stuff.
there's been a significant amount of damage to our personnel effects.
But we didn't know.
Caused by, hang on. Caused by what?
Mold and the intrusion of the water leaked all over the basement floor, and
It's in one area, basement.
Come on, guys. You gotta explain to me. Otherwise, we're gonna be here all day. You got a basement. What corner of the basement is the water penetrate through? Is it coming through the walls? Is it coming through the drain? What's the issue?
it's coming through the walls and also through the floor, and I'm not exactly sure where the exact
This corner though.
culprit is, or where the.
All right. So when does it happen? When we get a bad rain?
Yeah. Yes, or snow, but it looks like, it's just, we have moisture bags hanging down there since we came across this issue and we started moving our stuff into the room that once the door was fixed, we started going through the things that we had and trying to put our room together and a lot of our personal belongings. That's when we came across this in the basement is when, we started going through the stuff. We found the mold and we had stuff that was in a contractor bag that was completely molded and soaked of moisture. And so like we had boxes of things that were, it's just like one corner of this basement down in the basement. Where most of
Mr.
our
Butler, when did you move out of the property?
We moved out, 2023.
Did you have other tenants in there between 2023 and August of 25?
Yes,
How many?
just one.
Did you have any water issues when you were living there?
I did not.
Did any tenant prior to the Robertsons complain of water issues before the Robertsons moved in?
No, Your Honor.
So you never heard any issues with regard to water?
No, this is the first time they brought up the water issue.
Right. Like, if you have landlords and you have a water issue and it's causing damage to the health, because black mold ain't no joke, it can do that. But if it's causing damage to the health of your 5 kids, I believe it said, 5 or 6 kids they have, why wouldn't you call the landlord and say, hey, my kid got sick because mold is getting in the house due to water getting into the house somehow. I need you to come fix this, or I cannot pay you rent because I have now to go live somewhere else or go live out of a hotel until this is fixed. That's simple communication. As two consenting adults, if you're renting somewhere, that's what you're supposed to do. But again, dude could be trying to run game. He could be saying, oh, there was mold there, my kid is sick. He could have a friend that's a doctor that wrote it off and say, oh yeah, if there's mold in there, that could cause this, and just signed it. You know what I mean? And so he took that and ran with it, possibly. That's what I'm assuming, but I don't know. But why would you not communicate that to your landlord if it's so bad and if it's causing health issues? Doesn't make sense.
So I'm not sure when they sent.
You never heard about it the whole time?
Correct.
Is that right, Mr. Robertson?
No, that's completely incorrect because there's an outstanding inspection that states that water damage that needs to be waterproofed. And that's where the big disconnect is that's what I'm trying to mainstream, put on the same page is there was an outstanding inspection. This was not even listed as a rental property. And
I know. But
significant amount of
was done. Tell me when the inspection was done.
they just came out to relook at the inspection that was done, that was still pending, that wasn't done, I guess, when they tried to sell the property. So this house wasn't listed as a rental. That's what the city told us. So they had to come back out and do another inspection.
Slow down. When did you try to sell the property, if so, Mr. Butler?
We had the house listed from June up until the time they moved in. We took it off the
June of
market.
25 to August of 25?
Correct.
Did you have, did the inspectors come out to make sure you were going to get a C of O?
Yes.
Did they report anything wrong with the water issue in the basement?
Just that exterior waterproofing was required.
Okay. And when did you get that notice?
This was June 4th.
Do you have pictures, sir? I'm sure I didn't read any of this, Mr. Robertson. I'm sure you've taken pictures of the water damage and the personal property damage, right? Of course you would have done
Most definitely, and that has been uploaded to the system. I also have taken several pictures of the HVAC and the furnace filters that are speak for themselves. But my major issue is none of this
Hang on a second.
Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Furnace filters? What do you talk about the furnace filters for? I mean, that's easily replaced, right?
We have.
Your Honor, I just
I'm looking at a
that was
picture
a
here.
We have been replacing that.
I tell you what, I think I want to come over there and see the place. You never said a single word to Mr. Butler about the water before you moved in? Mr. Robertson?
We didn't.
Do you mean Before moving in, I wasn't aware of any of the outstanding.
We didn't even know this wasn't listed as a rental. We had no idea that there was pending inspection, like stuff that had to be done for the inspection. That we were not aware of any of that.
Do I have, all right, let me just make sure I'm understanding everything here. You didn't tell them anything about that, Mr. Butler, after you got a notice from the city that the exterior waterproofing was required back in June?
So we had been planning on selling the house as is. A friend of a friend reached out to help them move in the time of need. So a lot of the stuff on our city inspection, we were just going to be listing the house as is. So some of these items weren't taken care of. And when we had unlisted the house, they moved in basically same week before we could remediate any of that to get compliant with rental certification.
And you're telling me, Mr. Butler, that the first you heard from Mr. Robertson about a water issue was when?
Today, when he needed to upload things, so.
Wait a minute, slow down. He told you this at the last court take.
Yeah.
Not that I recall, the original issue was air duct quality and the patio door.
You didn't mention this last time, Mr. Robertson, when you were in
No, I
court?
most certainly did.
And we're gonna adjourn this a couple weeks, and I'd like everybody to know I'm likely to come over. So I don't think anybody has a problem with that. You don't have a problem with that, Mr. Robertson, do you?
No, you're more than welcome anytime, Your Honor.
You know, the question is whether the property's uninhabitable. I want to repeat that to you, Mr. Robertson. Now, I'm not condoning if you've got water all over the basement and that kind of thing, but I remember you telling me last time you never spent a night away from the property, correct?
No, that is correct, Your Honor. I
Okay.
have not.
So that's fine. So we don't need to talk about it anymore. I know. All right. I'm recalling Anthony Butler versus Paul and Shauna Robertson, 2600122. I see you're all out there. I don't want to know the status of your discussions. Are you guys getting anywhere?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
good. I'm putting you back in a breakout room then, okay?
I think we're like, we have
A tentative
Yeah.
resolution,
Yeah.
if you would like to hear that, or do you need a?
a minute.
Well, no, I don't need anything. I'm here to, you got my full undivided attention. But I want to make sure when you say tentative, have you guys agreed on this?
Yes. The only
Yes.
thing,
Do
actually.
you, Anthony, go ahead. Do you want to just take the?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so they're following through with moving out of the residence at the end of March 31st, we agreed on. As
Okay.
far as rent payment and what's owed, I guess we wanted to touch base with you on the judgment of that and how payment system would work.
Well, wait a second. Did you guys agree to a figure or not?
We gave him what all is owed, including our lawyer fees, and Paul
Well-
has his say
well,
in
I
not
don't
wanting to
really-
pay for it.
Okay, so here's the problem, guys. I don't really want to be the one facilitating a settlement discussion because I'm going to be the one who's going to decide the case if you don't resolve it. So
Your Honor,
I
where
don't,
we,
go ahead.
oh, I'm sorry. We left off where the Butlers did, or they were to, they have a documented amount and a breakdown of the outstanding rent, late fees, lawyer costs and whatnot. And we agreed that that would be emailed to us today. And then possibly I would have 48 hours or Monday just to review. And then we could come to an agreement outside of the court rather than a trial, because
Nobody wants it.
no one wants that. We're four adults. I think that we can resolve, but I think the matter of us just going back
Well, why don't
into
you
a court.
spend time resolving it now?
I don't have all the information, and they don't have all the information of all of the ins and outs or the details. That's what I would just like just to agree on a, substantial $10,000. I don't feel comfortable doing that without
Well,
some form of time.
how much is the monthly rental rate?
It's $18.50 a month.
And how many months are they in arrears?
4 months behind.
All right, so that's $7,400. I'm gonna say, I'll go along with what you're doing. I'm setting this for trial next Wednesday. I'm not adjourning it. You
It's a
guys
long
can
trial.
submit figures and I'll call, we're gonna have you guys in here on Monday. And if it doesn't resolve, we're going to trial on Wednesday, period. Everybody can do that, Mr. and Mrs. Butler?
Yes.
Okay, so
Mr. and Mrs. Robertson?
Yes.
What's wrong? Did you have something to say, Mrs. Robertson?
I just wanted, like, so we're gonna be able to get we're gonna go over, so mainly we're meeting to file, like, so we'll have a judgment of how much money will be paid on Monday.
You guys can hash it out. If you don't resolve it, fine. We'll go to trial on Tuesday. Everybody good with that? Mr. Butler?
Yes, that's fine.
Mrs. Butler?
Yes.
Mr. Robertson? Where'd Mr. Robertson go?
Oh, I'm right here, Your Honor. Yes, I'm fine with that.
Mrs. Robertson, you okay with that?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm gonna encourage you guys to keep talking, okay? Robertson and Shauna Robertson. Now, I don't know if you guys are if you have something that is going to tell me that this is resolved. I was told it was when I asked your name. I'm sorry, say that again?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And your name?
Anthony Butler.
Your name? Your name?
Paul Rose.
You guys came up with an agreement?
Yes.
Who wants to tell me what it is?
Okay, so we met, they are still planning to move out by March 31st. This Friday, the 27th, they will have $2,000,
So you're agreeing to a money judgment for how much?
for $9,500.
For how much?
$9,500.
$9,500.
So you're agreeing to a money judgment, the amount of $9,500, right, total?
Correct.
Let me just put all this down. All right, go ahead then.
Yep, they're to be out by March 31st. First payment they agreed on was this Friday, the 27th of.
Slow down 1 second. Let me just, I want to write this all on the judgment. So this is converting to a termination of tenancy that you're going to vacate by March 31, right, sir?
Yes, sir.
Right, ma'am? Right, sir? That's the agreement?
Yeah.
Okay. And how much what are they going to pay at what point?
They said this Friday they will pay $2,000. 27th.
Hang on. 2,000 by February 27th, right?
Correct.
Okay.
And then the next payment would be April 1st of $1,500.
Okay.
And then another $1,500 May 1st
Okay. Is it $1,500?
until it's paid off.
$1,500 more by April 1st and the 1st of every month thereafter until paid in full, right?
Correct.
All right. So here's what I want you guys to do. I'm going to cover all this with you. This would be a consent. And you two sign it, and then we'll go over everything in here, okay? If you agree to it. Just make sure that you understand it and agree to it.
Your Honor.
It's all signed by everybody?
Yes.
Okay, you can hand it right to her. All right, so I want to cover the terms again. You did sign and read and understand this document, Mr. Butler?
Yes.
And Mr. Robertson, did you?
Yes, Your Honor.
And Ms. Robertson, did you? So you understand, according to its terms, you have to vacate by March the 31. And in addition, and if you don't, you're going to be evicted. You understand that, right, Mr. Robertson?
Yes.
Ms. Robertson? And in addition, you're agreeing to a money judgment in the amount of $9,500 with no costs assessed on that, right?
Yes.
Right, ma'am? And you understand you have to pay that at the rate of $2,000 by this Friday, February 27th, and then $1,500 more by April 1 and the 1st of every month thereafter until paid in full. You understand that, Mr. Robertson?
Yes, sir.
Ms. Robertson? And again, you agree to those terms?
Yes.
Since you're unrepresented by a lawyer, you have 3 business days to come in here and fill out a motion to set aside the judgment. And you have until, March the 5th to appeal.
He's on the phone still trying to work it out.
All right. Thank you very much. You can all go down the hall and get a copy of the judgment for your records. Best of luck, folks. Thank you
very much.
Thank you. So this has to go down, John. Butlers.
Yo, you paying 10 rackaroos to move out? Why don't you just stay? Why don't you just use that money and put it towards getting whatever leaks fixed? Or go out there and do it yourself, man. You seen Flex Seal? You seen the commercials? You better go get you some Flex tape or some Flex Seal and try to fix it and patch it until the landlord can get it fixed properly. But you paying extra money. You paying them $9,500 to move out and then have to turn around and pay however much to move in somewhere else. That's crazy. That's insane, actually. That's not a smart financial decision by the mom and dad with the 5 kids, unless they just are like fed up and are like, forget it. We found something better. We found something bigger. We just gonna take the hit, and then at the end we're gonna be happy. That's the only way I can see them being okay with paying $9,500 to move out. It's crazy.
Jennifer, was that? Yeah, Anthony Butler versus Paul Robertson and Shauna Robertson. This is 2600122. Everybody's name.
Anthony Butler.
Skylar Crenshaw.
Shauna Robertson.
Paul Robertson.
Do I have a copy of the judgment in this file, Jennifer?
Judge, I'm not sure if we printed it, but I can get it really quick.
Would you do that for me, please? Now, I know that they probably gave me bad information down in the civil department. I'm sure they did. But I don't want to say anything until I see the judgment. So they're going to bring the judgment to me, and I just know that you guys didn't miss a payment, Mr. and Mrs. Robertson. You wouldn't do that. That would just convince any judge that has the ability to count to 3. They would recognize what kind of game you've been playing this whole time. I just want you to know. So I'm sure they didn't update me. I'm sure you guys paid. I just need to wait for the file to come here, and you ought to be completely ashamed of yourself if you didn't pay on time, and if the civil department didn't update me because the payment was made a day or so later than it was supposed to be. I know you would be ashamed. I would be ashamed. I wouldn't want to walk out of my house, but that's me. So I don't know what's going on over there, but I think you guys just have taken this and prolonged it. But I will reserve judgment until they bring me the files. All right. Anthony Butler versus Paul and Shauna Robertson, 2600122.
Man.
You can read this.
I'm playing musical chairs. Look,
Everybody's name.
Anthony
Shauna
Butler.
Everybody's name, please.
Anthony Butler.
Moving.
Skylar
Moving
Crenshaw.
in the middle of the thing.
Shauna Robertson.
Paul Robertson.
You guys pay these people or not?
No, we didn't.
Shame on you.
Well, there's more to the situation
Shame on
that
you.
that's still not being said, but my husband was hospitalized. He has ongoing health issues right now. He just got out of the hospital and since then lost his job. So this isn't just us not wanting to pay. There's bigger things to this, and we've been saying that all along, but it's not being heard and nothing's being taken care of. In the process of us trying to move out, which that's the process right now.
Slow down.
The basement has
Slow down.
flooded once again.
Slow down.
Better shut up. You're going to get a bad judgment. But I could tell. You know what I'm saying? I could tell by the way the dude, and from the beginning of the video, you see how he kept moving. He's like he couldn't sit still. Like, I don't know. Again, assumption. But he may have like Parkinson's or something. I've seen that a lot with some of my patients personally. And it's just kind of reminds me of someone who's just been diagnosed with Parkinson's. So, I don't know. It's just me. Look, I don't know if y'all peeped that. The dude he couldn't stand still. Even when he was standing in court, you see, he put his hands down, then he rubbed his shoulder, then he put his hands down, then he moved, then he stand and rock back and forth, just little signs, just little stuff that I was picking up on. I just didn't want to say nothing. But now, I had to say something because I think I was assuming right.
Now you're going to get aggressive with me, huh?
No, I'm not. I'm just really upset because I feel unheard.
Stop. Don't tell me this stuff about not being heard. You want to tell some judge that, some court, you tell them that. I'm not going to listen to that. I heard everything that went on. You guys reached this agreement. You were supposed to pay and you didn't pay. And now you want to get aggressive with me? Are you kidding? You think I'm going to listen to this? Stop. Do not interrupt me.
Ooh.
Do not interrupt me.
Shut up.
I feel like it hasn't been heard. Nonsense. Nonsense. I listen to every word that comes out of every person's mouth and I give them multiple opportunities. And now you want to start to be aggressive the other way because I'm calling you out on going back on your word? Seriously?
Ooh-wee. Talking to her like a pimp in the street. Girl, say something else before I tell you to not say something else. And then say it when I told you to. Don't play it.
Do not play that game.
Just say it.
I can see I've been doing this too long. And I don't mean too long where I can't do it. I mean too long where I can read everybody like a book from cover to cover. And you guys have been playing games with these people. That's what you've done.
Can I say something, Your Honor?
No, you cannot.
You can't say nothing. Sit there with the stupid
You were
face.
prepared for trial. You guys resolved it. When did all this happen? I signed the judgment on February 23rd. When did he lose his job? And when did he go in the hospital?
He lost his job 2 weeks after the judgment, and he was in the hospital all last week.
Do you work?
Yeah, I work midnights.
Where do you work?
I work at Henry Ford St. John down in Detroit.
All right, well, here's what I'm going to do, Mr. and Mrs. Butler. I can't really go back on this. You got a money judgment for $9,500. They were supposed to pay you $2,000 by February 27th.
Bye-bye.
Which was after he lost his job, right? Was that after he lost his job?
Yes.
So him losing his job had nothing to do with the fact that you didn't pay the $2,000 as agreed upon, did it?
No, but we have.
Well, then why'd you try to put this off and say, nobody's listening to me? Don't play that game with me. That had nothing to do with anything.
You goofy.
I mean, you don't have to be a legal scholar to see what was going on this one.
Your Honor,
Folks, here's what I would do. I'm not going to listen to this. You can't, based on the fact that you did this on your own, you can't have a writ issued until they have to move out by March the 31. I'm going to tell you what I would do. I would come in here the morning of April 1 with an application for a writ. Jennifer, you're going to tell me I'm coming down there and signing it, and you're going to have the bailiff ready to go out and execute on that judgment on the 1st. That's number one. Number two, I would subpoena them for a creditor's exam, both of them. And then they're going to have to come in with all their documents and all their wage info and all their bank accounts. And then you can start garnishing her wages. And when he's employed again, his wages. That's it. I wanted to just call this up because I knew you guys called the civil department and asked what I could do. I looked at the judgment. I said, I knew they were being duped. And actually, it was probably my fault for not advising you better. And I don't want to advise either party. I'm not supposed to do that. But I saw this thing coming here. So that's why when I hear somebody get aggressive with me, I'm not going to be quiet about it. Enough said. That's the end of that case. Thank you. People against Tarek Anthony Kusinski, 22F237131. Good morning.
Man, he read right through them like, nah, you ain't about to play me. You might have played them, but you ain't playing me. I see what's going on. I see what y'all doing, and it ain't happening. And he wasn't having it. You said, girl, shut up before I tell you to say something when I told you not to say nothing before I tell you to say it again. Say something else. Ooh, say something else. Say it again. Say another mother word in its own. I swear, that's what the judge sounded like. Oh my goodness. How you gonna say you gonna pay $9,500 and then 2 weeks later you just mysteriously lose your job? Come on, man. And then if the judge would have failed for it, they would have went with another something else. Oh, I done lost my. We both unemployed and we can't pay. Like the judge saw all that stuff. He wasn't falling for that mess, man. That's crazy. Now she about to get garnished, which means if she garnished and he ain't working, how they gonna get into another place with 5 kids? Because now that's like bad renter's history. You can't. Come on, man. That's bad renter's history. My thing is tripping, but look at it. I thought I was cool too, cause Foosh gonna be on me. Watch, and oh my goodness. You know what? Peace and love, y'all. Peace, love, light, and healing. Looks like I got more technical issues to handle because my laptop don't want to act right. I'm gonna have to go get a camera. I'm gonna have to put the 4K up like Big Bro Foosh, so I ain't got these issues no more. Man, I'm sorry, y'all. I thought I had it fixed. I had it fixed for about 4 videos, 5 videos, and then it just started acting up again. Call a friend, tell a friend, tell a friend, call a friend, let them know Romy Rome in the house, and he got problems. Romy Rome in the house, and he needs some help. Oh. I say, oh. Somebody call my technical team, man. I need some help. I need a entrepreneur and a cook. We need to figure out what's going on with this situation. This ain't good. Oh, look at it. You know what? I'm out.